Hey everybody, are you ready for our second prelude? I'm worried about this one, everybody, because it involves magic and it involves trials, which are two of my favorite things. And yeah, if any of you have played with me in the past and done a mage trial, either in Dragonlance or honestly any system, I learned that I love mage trials recently when I did it for Voss on Athontia Dark Tides. And I had forgotten it all started back here in this very campaign setting. So, you guys are all ready. Get your stream loot cards. We have some left from the other show up and ready to go for them. But I did add 2 new cards for the night, which is their individual lineages. You can see those right now. They're in the common card section because I have a feeling they're going to need them more frequently than other people are. Let's get on with the show, everyone. Hey everybody, welcome to Dragonlance. Let me tell you what. Yesterday went pretty well. We almost had one player die, and it was not my fault. It was a failed save. Failed saves are never the GM's fault. That is always the player's fault. Oh look, we already got cards getting played. Thank you. Oh no, I'm so worried about the amount of cards that are going to get played tonight. If you guys are wondering how stream loot cards work, and this is your first time to the show, let me give you the quick rundown. It's pretty easy. First, we need some music. Shouldn't be too loud for you guys. Stream loot cards, you can take them, play them, and our cast can use these cards to kick everything off and get them going. The upper left-hand side is a die that they can forfeit the card and add that die to anything that is not a d20 roll. You'll also notice the 2 colored halves. The top half is for Monday's show. The bottom half is for today's show. And if they use the card, it forfeits it for the other one. So maybe these 2 shows will be friendly. I don't know. I have told them they are neutral to start. They do not know each other. Nobody from one show to the other knows each other. And you've met now 1 cast from Tuesday, and tonight you're going to meet 2 more as we bring in the... Are you officially sisters? Are you twins? Half-sisters. Officially half-sisters. So let's stop dicking around and let's just get into this. I'm going to read something off and I'm going to bring you in and you can talk about your characters and do whatever you want. But first, this is important. We are going to begin with a journey. You have the longest journey out of the groups making their way to Vulgar Fishing Village for a event, for unfortunately a funeral of Ispen Greenshield. A long time friend of yourselves and actually everybody else who is playing on these shows. I will remind you that you are traveling from the south, and you are traveling not just a little ways, but 2 months through forest, through numerous areas that are currently not the most friendly towards some of the wizards, and definitely, with what we talked about before the show, one of you is being hunted. That's right, I told you it would make a difference. I just didn't tell you it would be immediately. So as the 2 of you are traveling through the forest, the camera cuts down through to the faces of the both of you with 3 people in robes of different colors chasing after you. It's how we ended our last show. What I didn't say is those people are drawing weapons, running after you. And they are not there to make friends. They are not there to have conversations. One of them has a man catcher, a long pole with the manacles on the end, with spikes on the inside, and the other 2 are wizards. So I'll bring our duo on. Let's introduce our first one. I think that probably makes the most sense for this. So let's go to our cams, everybody. Bats. Hello, everybody. These are bats that are on the show. Someone told me our alerts were too small for these shows, so I am going to blow them up for you just a touch so you can see them a little bit better. Our first person here, I'm bringing in, she is a longtime player for us now. Allie has been on numerous of our shows, and she's going to be picking up a brand new class. Well, new to probably most 5e people. At least I think so. Allie, how are you doing?
I am very stressed right off the bat, so par for the course.
You got fingernails, right? We're not that far in.
I mean, enough. We'll see by the end of it if we still have any.
Well, I think you'll be all right. So, as these people are chasing you, I did not tell you that is how this was starting.
Yep.
It is a thick brambled forest, overgrown with thorns the size of daggers. And in front of you, there's just a mire of these brambles as you're being chased. You know that the person with the man catcher is someone looking to capture your sister because of her abilities. What do you look like, and what is the action you want to take to try to get away from this trio? Because if you are late to the apprentice trial tonight, your shots of getting in the next couple of years are gone.
So I see Celira is a fairly tall, lanky, kind of petite-framed half-elf with red hair that's been braided back to keep out of her face, and she's currently wearing very plain-looking, like linen clothes, long skirt, very unassuming. And as she's running, I would think that she is holding her half-sister's like hand, or they're holding each other by the wrist or something. And she looks back and just goes, "We don't have time for any of this. We can't miss this. We can't wait any longer." And she is going to turn and stop for a second, and just make kind of like a whipping gesture real fast. And as she does, you'll notice a trickle of blood that starts at the top of her pinky and starts to make its way down, opening a wound on her forearm as she casts Whiplash. So that is going to be a melee spell attack against the guy with the man catcher.
That is a new spell to me. They're roughly 30 foot away from you, cutting their way through. One of the mages is using Burning Hands to incinerate the brambles chasing after you. What is that spell? Because I have never heard of that before.
So it is your swift gesture creates a solid lash of howling wind. You make a melee spell attack against the target, and on a hit, the target will take 1d8 slashing damage from the shearing wind, and is pushed 5 feet away from you.
Oh, nice. Well, this is probably the second question I have then. You're playing a very different class.
I sure am.
Well, or at least a different version of a class. What are you playing?
I'm playing a Vitalic Sorcerer. So that means that when I cast spells, I am taking damage. Luckily, for cantrips, it's just cosmetic. But high risk, high reward for higher spells here. And Eric, to make it easier, I did go ahead and import the table of the damage that I'll take for each particular level of spells into my character sheet.
It's on your character sheet? Okay, we can showcase that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't. I cannot showcase it because I don't want people to see everything yet. I lied.
It is under bio and info, and it is the only information on bio and info. So basically, cantrip, I won't take damage. And then, question for you, GM. With Vitalic Sorcerer, there are 2 ways you can play it. You can have either base amount of damage that you'll take with each level of spell, or you can roll for it.
You know, I'll let you choose.
I want to roll for it. I think that's fun.
Fine by me. I don't care. It doesn't affect my day. Death isn't going to be usually because you run out of spells.
Right on. So speaking of spells, I guess I will roll to hit.
Okay.
That's not awesome, but hopefully it's more awesome than them. That is going to be for spell. That's a 12. But looking at the STREAMLOOTS cards that have been played, I would love to use a... Where she be? Is it DL change DC? No.
DC would be for the saves. You can do +2 to a roll, but I don't know if you have one for you.
Man, yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
I don't
Now,
think
wait, wait.
think there is one for you guys right now.
I see it. I'm the one who played it yesterday.
All right. So click
a +2 to a roll.
Complete that and give me what's your total now?
So it's 14 to hit.
14. 14 does hit. 14 does hit. They don't have the best hit points, like or the best ACs right now.
I mean, that's something I really like to hear. Cool. So for damage, okay, not bad. That's 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And they will be pushed 5 feet away from me and from my sister.
With that said, as the one gets shoved back and he falls, I'm gonna. You know what I need? I need dice. I forgot I need dice. Hello. Yeah, the red ones came out. Some people got some of theirs already. I believe Katie got both of hers. Mr. 88 Riddles, when our new show will come back here at the start of next month. I take the damage, and not only do I take the damage, I fall prone, knocking one of the wizards behind the group. With that said, let's bring on the other person fleeing with you that I think is going to be way less friendly than you just were. Hi, Moxie!
Hello.
Oh, so who are you playing? What do you look like? And how bad is my life about to be? Because I know you're a chaotic little beast. Like, I just have a feeling.
Thank you for knowing my brand. So I am playing Everin Blackmire. She is on the shorter side. She's about 5 foot even. She is an elf. She's about 86, which sounds old if you're not an elf, but is literally barely an adult. She's got very short cut, blunt black hair. And she wears a lot of black and red with like little bits of green, and there is like detailing, like texture of turtle shell almost, like in pieces of her leather armor.
Sure.
She is currently running alongside her sister, and will probably start this off. Unfortunately, this is not like a new concept to her. It's more of a
repeating.
We'll just deal with it as it comes.
A repeating concept.
Unfortunately, it's a repeating concept.
Okay.
There's only one of them still up. Yeah.
That
like,
is
still
correct.
Standing, I mean.
That is correct.
And the other two are on the ground.
No, one's on the ground. Two are standing.
One is on the ground.
Yeah.
Two are standing. Okay.
The one with the man catcher's the one she shot, and that fell backwards, fell back on their back, and the one with burning hands is still coming. They are in red robes, and the other one is in black robes.
Okay. I'm gonna do the black robes guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Told the Dead.
And what is Told the
Just
Dead?
'cause it seems fun. So you see Everin whip out her hand to point at this man. And as you do, black smoke sort of rolls down her arm and off of her toward him.
Okay.
So he needs to make a wisdom save, and you're trying to beat a 13.
I did beat a 13 by 1, and there is meet the DC. I meet the DC. I believe you have an increased DC somewhere in the chat log.
We do. I just saw it. Where'd it go?
Raised DC from Kyler. Yep. We'll use Kyle's lovely raised DC, which means I fail.
Yes. Fantastic. Thank you.
What does that give?
You are going to take. He has not taken damage yet, or he has?
No, neither one of them have. They've been chasing you for like half a day.
Okay. Well, I rolled an 8 anyway, so you take the full 8 of damage.
Now, my next question is, this is damage. You could spend a card and add extra damage from the upper left-hand corner.
That does seem like something.
D4 for commons, D6 for rares, D10s for purples, and D12s for gold. And they also apply to if like you crit and you spend a card, you get that max first die, roll the second, just in case there's a crit scenario. I will also say there is a very important card in here, and you could use it, called Assassination Attempt.
I actually just looked at that. What does that mean for me exactly?
So if you hit it with that spell and you spend the Assassination Attempt card, I have to make that DC 20. If I fail it, I go into a dying state. I start making death saves.
Whoa.
You do double damage on it. So you do double your damage. Yeah, we have more than one of them.
I mean, and he's been hunting us down all day. It
He
seems
ha-
quite
he-
rude.
oh,
I'm quite
yeah.
over it.
Yup.
So yeah, assassination attempt.
All
Goodbye.
right. All right. Assassination is. I think Bear played one earlier, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Yep.
I
And
have
serving
one up.
hands. We use serving hands.
Yeah.
Assassination
Kyle also has
attempt.
one up.
Kyle has one up
We're-
too.
we're good.
So I gotta make a
Yep.
save. DC. I do not make a DC 20. What is what was the spell again? Told the Dead?
Told the dead.
And it does what again?
If essentially
8 points of damage, so 16 now.
Yes. And then I believe, and I'm gonna pull this up because I forgot to write this part down, but it is in my character sheet on roll 20. I believe that they have to get as far away from me as possible.
Well, death is pretty far.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. Oh no, sorry, that's another spell I've got. No, it's just that. It's just damage.
It's just damage, okay?
There is a spell that I have where they do have to run very far away from me, but it's not that one.
So is the Toll the Dead goes off, his ears start to bleed, and you see his skull crack in the front. Like his skin peels and the skull cracks as he holds his face and falls backwards on the ground as his head explodes. I rolled a 3.
Sweet.
Black robe down. The red robe sees what happens, turns a look at him. I need you both to give me whatever skill check you would like to use or spell to get away from the scenario now that you have stopped them enough to make distance. You could use an athletics, you could use a stealth, you could use invisibility, whatever you think makes sense. I'm going to take us over to our maps while we're doing that.
I got you right there. I think a spell makes sense.
All right.
Especially for Celera. Celera is going to turn and stop running for a second and face them, and you see her eyes, they look like they've rolled back in her head, but they've actually started to glow white, reflecting the moon. And as that happens, they start to turn red as she raises a hand and starts to generate a little bit of this red, white, hot light. We're casting color spray, and I'm going to be blinding these fools.
Let me get this straight. You guys aren't fleeing, you're turning around and doubling down?
It'll blind them so we can get away.
Exactly.
They can't follow us if they can't see.
Nothing's worse than
Bingo.
walking through dagger-serrated thorn bushes blind.
Yep.
What's my save?
I believe your save is going to be a 14.
Oh.
Oh, no, wait, actually, sorry. Actually, glasses push. I roll 6d10, and the total is how many hit points of creatures the spell will affect.
Okay, now with this, remember, these are hit point rolls, right? You could blow a card to add more. So, see what you roll, and decide if you need to spend a card to add more.
Okay. While we are doing that, Eric, unfortunately, this is a leveled spell, so could you please roll me 1d4 to see how much damage I take?
Oh, no.
I don't know if you want to roll that.
Hannah, you're rolling it for yourself.
Okay.
You're literally hurting yourself. I don't need to roll this. This was a life choice.
Doesn't want your blame.
Yeah. No.
So little. That's 3 points of damage. Cool.
You should use... Don't worry, we have dice coming.
Okay. Jeezy Pete. We need 60-10, so let's throw this guys over here. That's 19. Okay. And that is, let's see, we've got 19. 35. 35 hit points worth.
35?
Right now.
Okay.
35.
And it's color splay. As he turns back, the color splay blasts him in the face. His eyes are shattered as pieces of that glitter dust hit him. It's just like punctures all over as he covers his face and falls to the ground. Unfortunately, I don't have that many hit points. As he falls to the ground...
It just blinds him. It just blinds him.
Yeah, I know.
Not...
But I can't see. I can't make that. You're almost doubled his hit points. While he's holding his face and he's down, are you two murdering this person? Or are you going to run?
There are 3 of them. I don't...
Well, one is down and head is exploded into pieces.
Sorry.
The other one got knocked prone, who's getting back up right now, but he's severely wounded.
mean, we could.
No, I wouldn't want to. I'm just trying to distract them, and get them away from me and away from my sister so we can escape. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody necessarily.
Okay. Okay. I just want to point out the blood sorcerer said I don't want to hurt anyone necessarily. All right.
Here's the thing. Your sister does not feel the same way.
Now, and I was going to follow up. You turn to walk and start moving away. Is it Everin? Is that how it's pronounced, correct?
Yeah, Everin.
Everin, are you following your sister's footsteps?
The one that's like super badly injured.
The one that's getting up with the man catcher is really badly injured. The other one's dead. Use the assassination card and I failed.
The one with the man catcher, like the one that is very purposefully like, I would like to put this person in a net. I'm just gonna finish him off as I walk away.
Okay, what would you like to use to do that? Another assassination card?
No, I don't think we even need to go that far with it. How badly hurt does this man look?
I mean, he fell. He's got briars wrapped around his arm. He has the man catcher. His face is pretty messed up, but he's not dead. I mean, he's wounded. He's not like just fatigued. Like he's wounded.
Yeah.
I did not take a wound. The other guy on the ground has failed 2 death saves so far.
He's prone and he would have to get up with his.
The guy on the
action,
ground
yeah?
is he's gonna have to get up. He's like on his knee, push himself up right now.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use Create Bonfire to just kind of light him aflame.
Can you put that under somebody?
You absolutely can.
Well, fuck my life. Is that a save?
Dex save, yeah.
So I'm gonna give him disadvantage because he's kneeling, because I think that only makes sense.
Yeah, fair.
Let's see here. Cool. 19 and a 5.
Sweet. Yeah, that 5, that's not gonna work.
No.
1d8 fire damage. If he starts or ends his turn in that bonfire, he has to do it again. And if he tries to
So give me your
move,
D8.
he has to do it again.
Give me your D8, and I'm gonna ask you the same question until people get used to this. Would you like to blow a card for extra damage?
It's a 7. So
I mean, you could, for example, use. So there's a spell slot card. There's a D1 potion for the other team, or a spell slot back for you guys. But you could just blow that card and add another D6 to it.
no, I think we're gonna need the spell slots. I'm not gonna do that.
We have a couple of those. I wouldn't worry too much.
We have a couple of them, but there are also other things.
Just gonna do damage as it is.
I want him dead. That's my problem.
Assassination.
We don't. I'm not wasting as good as that.
There's
as a
so
man
many.
on the ground.
Well, I mean, hey.
What about a call on retainer? How do you feel about sacrificing a call on retainer? Because I don't think either one of us have one that would.
You guys don't.
Now.
You are correct.
Absolutely. I think that's a great
so
call.
I'll just burn a call on retainer card.
And whose was that?
There are a couple. I know.
Pick one.
Viking Mermaid played one because that's Kylie's. So I'll burn Kylie's.
All right. As you burn that card, give the extra damage.
Sweet. That's another 5. So
Good. I had 3 more hit points.
I did 12. I overkilled.
And
Nothing
what?
wrong with that.
And what is this?
It made me happy.
What does this look like as you finish this guy off and they're all on the ground making death saves?
As soon as she literally walks away, like does not even watch this, with her back turned to this man, just flicks her hand in the air and fire lights up underneath him, and it almost looks like he's just literally sitting in a bowl of fire. It engulfs him.
As the screaming dies out and you hear a man yelling and crying as he's stumbling through a brambled forest of thorns, I need you both to roll me 2d4 to see how much damage this other man traveling takes, who's now blind.
I need another d4. I'll just do this. I rolled 4
5.
total.
Yeah.
5 and how much?
4.
4? So 5 in total?
Wait, 5 and 4, so 9?
5 and 4.
9
Gotcha.
total.
So 9.
Yeah.
All right. As you wander away through the forest, on the map you can see the pin marked to the destination you're going. You just entered the forest. Tonight, when the moon comes up, this is going to have what is called the night's eye. It is when all the moons of Kryn align and they make one eye in the sky. And there's the 3 moons of Kryn stand for the alignments of the gods. White being good, red being neutral, and black being bad, evil. You can only see the black moon during this, or if you have the black robes of a wizard of high sorcery or a mage of high sorcery. You don't have those things yet. As a matter of fact, you're on your way to what is considered the apprentice trial. This area that you're going through, the overgrowth breaks, and in the distance you see a singular stone barb out of the ground made of stone. It's maybe 5 foot across, but it stands about 30 foot high. And it stands in a crop of trees that are pretty tight to it, maybe making a 10-foot circle around in the clearing. Do you rest at all before approaching this, knowing that this barb is supposed to be where the apprentice trial is during the night's eye?
I don't think Celira would want to rest. I think Celira would want to just keep going.
Okay.
I would follow your lead. This is your bag. I'm just here to be beside you.
Okay. So this important night, this jagged, half ruined spire of gray stone, as you walk into the circle, the camera moves from behind you between the two of you as almost like reality peels away in black. It lights up red, and 2 sconces light up floating in the air, and from them grows this archway into an atrium. And in front of you, this 30-foot tower surrounds the barb. And a door outlines in fire and lights up and slowly opens. Inside, you can see someone in robes. They are a black silhouette from the way they are lit. A woman's voice comes out and says, "Well, I see you made it on time. The moons are here. If you're ready to begin your apprentice trials, I'll answer any questions. Please come in." With that, she beckons for you guys, the 2 of you, to make your way in. Is there anything you want to do? How do you want to approach this situation?
Celira is just going to tighten her grip on her sister's hand and give it a squeeze without really looking, and just swallows nervously.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna give you a squeeze back at that point. I am more here on the defensive of making sure there is nobody else here for the hunting purpose.
Yeah,
here for your reason.
You say that, but I need a will or wisdom save from you, actually, Moxie.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's a 17.
Remember what I sent you previously? The thing that I sent you. There is a flash in that field. The sound of clanging swords of this tower.
It's the exact sound that I hear right now. Those sounds you can hear in the background in your mind, and this tower was in that dream. You didn't remember it originally. Interesting. Okay.
As soon as you cross the threshold, though, it is evident.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for the trial to start before I try to do anything. I want Celira to be in the middle of what she needs to do when I figure this out.
Okay. Well, she invites you in. If you both walk in, I'll move us to the map.
Yep.
All right. So inside, there's a woman in red robes with slits down the side. She is inked in the wax and waning of the moons down each side of her rib cage. She's holding a staff. On the end of it is almost like a glass rose that's closed. But the petals are white on the outside, red on the inside, and black in the center. She has her hood up, pale-skinned, very elven-looking features. She says, I was told that you would be here today for this trial. The moons have spoken. May I ask, is there any questions that you have before I let you in for the trial?
Oh gosh, I probably should have them. No, I feel ready.
Ready. She kind of looks around. There are tapestries on the four tapestries you see in the room on the north and south wall. There's also 2 next to the door and 2 behind you where the sconces are ablaze. If you want to look at anything, she says, well, then I'll give you a moment to prepare yourself. Let me go set the trial. And she walks through the door. Not like opens it. Just walks through it. As a door like pulls apart into pieces into a solid black room. She walks in, the door falls back like it's being remade.
I'm taking a lap for these tapestries.
Okay. Let me get you your description for them. The tapestries in this room. The tapestries in this room are the different moons at different points in time during their cycle. Each one of them shows the moon, like you'll see that there's black, white, and red. Each one of them shows the moon during their wax and wane until the time of the night's eye. Right now, all of the tapestries are lined up in the night's eye, with the moon prominent to the color of the banner shining forward. On the doorway, the 2 black ones that are there are currently showing only the red moon. And they should be showing the black moon, like in a, the white circle around them. But they're currently showing the red moon on.
So I think Celira would walk over to them. They're both displaying Lunatari, and she is going to reach into the pocket of her linen skirt and pulls out a small iron box and just kind of turns it over in her hands before putting it back in. It almost looks as if she's like mentally paying respects.
Sure.
And yeah, she just kind of sharply inhales and she goes, I won't do wrong by you. And she's going to put it back in her pocket.
Okay.
And prepare herself.
Is there anything else that that your sister wants to do? Oh, she disappeared. She's a black screen. I don't see Moxie anymore. Moxie, are you there?
She cast invisibility. Our perception's not high enough.
But hey, easily fixed. Don't you worry. I'll wait till she is back. So as you approach the door, the hand of the woman appears through it as it opens it back up, as it splits into numerous pieces again. And she says, I assume that you and your sister, Miss Blackmire, are going to be joining us.
Yes, I'm completing the trial. She is here to support me. Yes.
I see.
Yes.
You are wounded right now. Would you like to be healed before you go in?
It's a scratch. I've seen much worse.
This is going to take all of your effort, Miss Blackmire.
I mean, do you have any? You don't happen to have any potions or
Well,
bandages?
I will
guess.
point out that there are some lineage cards that got played, and there is the Alberin Divine Blood. If you spend one of those cards, you roll a d4, and that is how many casting hit points you would get back. You can't heal yourself with it, other than hit points from doing spells.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and do that right now.
So, how many of them do you need? I think you have 2. No, you have 1. You have 1 here, I think.
Yeah, I think I just need 1.
All right.
Hopefully, there's a 50% chance that I
get a
just
d4.
Need 1.
We'll use Kyle's for that.
Thank you, Kyle. That is 1 hit point back, but anything counts.
Well, I see that you are able to semi-heal yourself. If your spells are prepared and you are ready to go, which you should be, I would like to offer you welcoming into the trial and to the Hall of Sight. I wish you your best this trial, many apprentice, before you have failed. But upon completion, you will be accepted into the Mages of High Sorcery, and you'll be able to take your true trial in the future. Your robes will be given to you based on your accomplishments within this trial. I will tell you, your robes are not permanent. Your final trial can change these. And she goes like this, and as she does, she steps back out of the doorway. The inside is solid black. But in the center of the room, there is a single object floating on something. I'm going to remove the circle in the middle of this place so that you can see. We're going to zoom out a little bit. And let you make a decision. In the middle, you can see one cube with something sitting on it with a semi-glow. And this is when you're on the outside looking in. Now, both of you, and I'm going to bring Mox back here, both of you will be in this trial. Moxie's blacked out again. She must be having issues. I'll leave her like that until she comes back. Hopefully she can still hear us. There are going to be many ways to solve this. There's not just one. The trials are difficult, and both of you can interact and try to solve it. The way you interact with not only the environment and what's going on, but each other will determine how you pass the trial. That is the only information I'm going to give you, and as the only information that you get from the red-robed mage. She says, if you need assistance, and the voice is just in the air, you simply must say my name. I would like to remind you that neither one of you asked her name.
Yes.
What a wonderful way to come back in.
Ma'am, we were sent here by, originally, trained by Roland. May I, I'm so sorry, he did not specify what your name would be, and I was a little carried away in the moment.
There's no response.
Oh, good.
If you would like to make a history check or an arcana check, I would let you maybe try to recall that knowledge.
So instead of doing it...
I'm on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead
You're
of
on screen.
doing
I put you back.
Myself,
on my
would
YouTube
that
thing,
be...
it doesn't
Fast,
look like
fast forward it. You're just behind in the YouTube stream.
Oh, because my... Okay, yeah, all
You
the
got
power
it.
decided to go out, so...
I figured that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, no worries.
Yeah, just died. Okay.
So those would both be intelligence checks, correct?
They would be the skill arcana if you have it. And it would be intelligence, yeah. They're intelligence based.
You want Arcana?
Okay.
And
I'm just
Arcana,
confirming
Arcana,
that they
or
are
history.
I got a dirty 20 on his.
You're confirming that they're what? They're not
Get
what?
it.
Allie?
Just not conveniently wisdom or charisma for any reason.
Hell no, they're not. You could have had that chance earlier when you were talking to her.
It's fine.
But hey, it gives you an idea of how the trial is. This is the what says goes trial.
And I got a 16 for Arcana.
16, and what was yours, Moxie?
Dirty 20 for history.
Dirty 20. You do know. The barb can appear anywhere in the world, actually. This is just the closest location from it. These jagged spires are throughout Ansalon, which is the continent, and throughout Corinne, which is the world. But it is always this same keeper of this place. Her name is Rovina. 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 And she is known as a elf of high sorcery. The first Red Wizard of Thay. Oh, Red Wizard of Thay. Red Wizard of High Sorcery. I just put Forgotten Realms here. My bad. I played a Red Wizard for many years. So with that said, it's a solid black room. You should be able to move your tokens. Please put yourself right into the doorway.
Oh, in the doorway we go.
So I can be in here to watch.
No, you're
actually
helping.
participate.
No, you are participating. She said, are you both joining her? Are you joining her for the trial? And they said, yes. Oh, there goes her power again.
No.
She's like, you know what? I don't want to do this fucking trial.
Erin!
So she's
wake
there.
up.
We will leave it there. The inside of the room is solid black. There is no indicators, anything else besides what you see on the map.
Okay. And so I see this glowing
It's a faint
box.
glow on sitting on a stone, like, waist-high pillar.
See, Eric, in my brain, I'm just going, it's a puzzle box. It's a fucking puzzle box. It's a puzzle box. And
You mean one of these? Why would I do that to you?
because some characters have to die sometimes. So
True.
here I am. Okay.
Your moments. Sorry, the internet decided to cut out then. We're
That's
doing
okay.
great over in this chat.
I am not worried.
So I am helping.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm understanding.
You can help.
Okay.
The decisions that she makes with you and the decisions she makes during the trial determine her robe colors coming out as an apprentice.
Okay.
Got it. So Celira is going to grab Everin's arm a little bit and pull her a little bit closer and just go, okay, so the only thing I can see is that box. And considering I'm a half-elf and I have dark vision, and you're a full elf and you also have dark vision, that's slightly disconcerting.
I mean, you can see around the room. You can see the walls. You can see the door on the other side from that distance.
Okay.
You can see, but the room is black. Like, it is like a black marble room.
Okay, so it's not like magical darkness or anything.
It looked like it from the outside,
painted.
but now that you're in here, it looks like it's just black marble floors. Round. It's a big black stone marble floor. Walls are carved with like elaborate runes on each side. You can kind of take that in, I would say. It is empty, save for the single pedestal in the room's center, and atop the pedestal is a glowing object of some form.
Okay, Celira is going to do a quick walk around over to the set of runes that's nearby.
Sure.
Do they look familiar at all, or are they completely foreign to me?
They are some form of runes. That's
okay.
Nothing that you would know without making a check.
Okay, I'd be happy to make a check.
So how do you want to do this? This is basically the trial. This is to figure out how well your character and also how well Allie knows magic. Think of it that way for this trial. And also, is Everin following her or staying at the door?
I think following at a distance, like keeping a distance between Celira and myself, but also like being equally as far away from the door.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm going to look at the runes, and I would like to I could use Arcana or History. They both have the same modifier to them. I am proficient in both from my studies for the trial. Would it be possible to roll one of each to see if I glean different information from each check on the runes to place them?
Oh, I'm sorry, you broke up what check?
I can do an Arcana and a History. So
Arcana would be Arcana.
Okay, perfect. It's a 14. I'm gonna take a little look around here because I'm not feeling great about that.
Well, I mean, there is one that's just a +2 to a roll somewhere if you have any of those available. But I'm not seeing any for you currently.
I'm not. Oh, wait. There is one that was played yesterday from Bear the Crusader.
Okay.
So
well, you are welcome to
snag
use
that
that.
One. Boop. And I will increase that by 2 to 16.
Okay. So with 16, we'll get it for you. There looks to be runes carved in here, arcane in nature. They seem to be actually kind of like scrolls. Like they are readable magic.
Okay. Would I recognize any of the spells?
It seems to be knock from the check that you made. It was high enough to be above and beyond.
Okay. Beautiful. And looking around to the other runes, do they all look to be the same?
You would have to move to those other rooms to see them that far away.
Okay. It seems silly, but she is going to look at the runes, look at her sister, look back at the runes, and just kind of tap briskly on the wall and give it a little knock on the wall.
Well, it's a scroll. Like, you could try to cast a scroll.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it's not like it's like a puzzle. It's not a riddle. It's just a scroll of magic.
I'm just telling you it's a scroll.
Okay, I'm still gonna tap on the wall.
You tap on the wall, it sounds like knocking on stone.
Beautiful. Okay, time to move to the next set of runes. I am kind of tracing the perimeter of the wall, like with her finger, just so she stays like grounded. And also, I see Celira as the kind of person who absent-mindedly just like touches everything, just because it's there and textures are nice. So she'll cross over around, and there doesn't seem like once getting closer to these negative space areas, nothing in particular there that.
You're just walking. Right? You're just walking around the edge of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just walking around, and it is solid black if you're following the edge. Okay. I will say that if your sister's not following and she's staying by the door, where she is currently standing, you run into a solid object that you cannot see.
I do?
Yep, because of where you're currently standing. It bumps you back into this square. It's like a solid object.
Okay.
And when you put your hands out, there is something there.
Is it also to like the left and right of me, or is it just in front of me?
Are you going to follow the direction your sister went?
Yes.
Yeah, if you follow the way your sister went, it literally goes all the way around to where she is. If you follow it on your right-hand side, going around to where she is with these other runes, there is a solid object there. And the same, when you get to your sister, right behind her, just like next to her, that same wall, that solid object is there. And it's as high as you can reach. Even if you jump, it's still there.
Celira, do me a favor. Walk back a step.
Celira will walk
runs
back a step.
right into a solid object.
Okay, just making sure it's there for you too. What in the world? Okay, I doubt this is something I can set on fire, which would be my first idea. But it's a stone, and I'm smart enough to know stone will not go ablaze. I'm wondering.
And that you can talk amongst each other in character. You can do whatever you want. I will answer questions. I have given you the only physical descriptions I can currently give you. Okay. And this here is a door that you can see as you make your way around. You can see it across the way too, but that is a door.
Okay.
Is it okay? I think I know what's happening. Maybe. Celira, I have a sneaking suspicion, that perhaps this is a invisible maze of sort. So if we figure out perhaps what way to go, that would be helpful. I believe our focus is perhaps that pedestal in the middle, and then to get all the way back to the other door. The question is just how do we get there?
Oh, it's just a maze. I think we can do that. And she still has her hand reaching out on the wall. Real quick, GM, do these runes match the other ones?
Yep, they're all the same. They're exactly the same. In the center?
Exactly the same.
No, that's some form of a symbol on the ground. But all four of them that you see across the ways, yeah.
No, yeah, not the middle. That was just me clicking.
Yeah. All of the ones around the ways that you see here, and where the other two that you are at, the one you're at and the one before, yep, they look identical. They look like they are some form of scroll carved in the stone that are the knock spell. Now, I would like to remind the both of you, this is part of the pre-written adventure, right? But I am definitely not running this like the pre-written adventure, because that would be boring.
Wouldn't have dreamed that you would.
Yeah. I'm doing what we'd like to call the Frankhouse add-on.
Okay, so we're gonna have a Sophie's Choice at the end, where it's which one of the twins gets to leave.
I think it's hilarious. You think that there's gonna be one.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna try to murk us both before we can get out of this room.
All right, cool.
Hey, man, those shields are very easy to make.
Yeah, that's fair.
Evelyn, let's see. Okay, well, have you been making contact with the wall the entire time you've been making your way around?
No, not even a bit.
I will. Okay.
Should I go back and do that?
We can loop back around if it comes to that, I believe. But if you hold on to this wall, I'll hold on to this wall, and we will find, I guess, the next thing. Erik, question about the knock scrolls.
Yep.
Do I have to use them in that location, or can I learn that scroll and cast it at a later time?
Do you want to take that time?
Check.
It takes at least I think it's an hour per level of spell to scribe it. Or to learn it.
Goodness gracious. Okay.
Now you could just cast a scroll. Like you could just make a check and cast it if it's on your spell list. You know what it is. You can just be like, I'm gonna cast knock, I'm gonna use the scroll, and you use the scroll because it's on your spell list.
Okay, then I will use knock.
Cool. What are you using it on?
On the wall.
It does
on
nothing.
The other wall.
Does
Sorry,
nothing.
I meant the.
You hear the boom, and when it hits, I will say this again. That sounds like clashing weapons to Everett.
You can see her, like, obviously it's like very dark in here. She is not really like nervous about it, but you can see like this recognition in Everett of like, I know that sound.
Yeah, think of this like a black void, not like the darkness of night. Like there's fires along the wall, and you can see across, but it's just a black void. Like if you painted the entire inside in Vanta black.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yes,
Cool.
it's unnerving. Yes.
Solera will continue to trace along the edge and see if she can find another wall.
Are you gonna go all the way around it?
Yes.
So if you're wanting to go all the way around and find your way through the labyrinth raw, like just feel your way through, you can do that. It is a check. I will remind you, if the moon goes down before you finish this trial, you fail. If they separate from the eye, trial's over, and the spire goes away, and that's it.
Do we have any idea, just like an estimate of how long we would have?
It depends on how complex the maze is. If it's what it is.
Well, not like how long to finish this. Like how long it will take us, like how long
a couple of
until it
hours, probably 4 to 5 hours.
happens. Okay.
But like
Gotcha.
studying those runes on the wall would take her an hour if she didn't know them.
Yeah.
Got it. Beautiful.
Now, that's your guess. Looking around, there is no way to see outside.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you open the door.
I don't need to do that. Cool. So, how far up does this wall feel? Everin, can you tell how far up it is? I can't.
As far as you jump, it is still there.
Yeah, as
Okay.
far up as I can reach. I know that's not very much, but
All right then. I guess we don't have much of a choice, and we're gonna roll the d4 to see how much damage I'm gonna take for this. Oh, cool! Is that a 4? That's a good old 4. That's max.
Okay.
Shoot! And there's the real life repercussions of casting a spell. Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and take 4 hit points, and
Okay.
I cast Waft. So I begin to levitate, and I can gain a fly speed of 60 feet.
Okay, you fly up and up to the full 60 foot, and there is a wall in front of you all the way up.
Okay.
So my
Okay,
question to
that's
you
not
is,
ideal.
are you going to keep flying? Because you did not touch the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay. When you hit 100 foot, you hit a ceiling, but the wall touches the ceiling.
Okay. I head back down then. Dang it.
Okay. You head back down.
Okay then. Well, that's good. Well, we already have the scroll here, so I guess oh gosh. I will keep following the maze.
All right. If you follow the wall is there all the way until you hit here. The wall is there all the way
Until I can't
to the
quite see
south
where
part of
that-
the room.
to the south.
All the way down here. I'll do it in the red.
Okay.
When you hit this point, there is 2 paths that you can go.
All right.
So
Is there anything?
I'm going to ask, are you trying to just solve this by bullying your way through and walking around if this is a maze? Or are you just going to try to find your way in?
No.
If so, it's just going to take a check in X amount of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can talk amongst each other.
Everett, I think that I can't think of anything in particular that's going to help me right now. Unless.
Give me one moment. I may have an idea. I'm gonna cast Moment of Time, or Moment to Think.
Okay, what is that?
Get it.
Time freezes for everybody but me. And I can do what I want. I can walk around, I can search, I can interact with objects, or I can make intelligence checks to remember things.
Okay, how long does it last? It's 6 seconds?
It really doesn't say.
Really?
It says duration instantaneous, but it says you briefly stop time for everyone but yourself, but it has no mention of an
what is this from?
I believe it's
this is from Baldus.
I believe that you basically get an additional movement and an action for the cost of a bonus action.
Yeah.
Moment in time?
Yeah. Or moment to think.
Moment to think. Yeah, it's just an action.
Moment to think. Yeah. Okay, so I've been following her this whole time.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna say that I will go ahead and freeze time so I know the moon is not a factor for a hot minute.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to go deeper in here. I know I need to follow the wall. I'm just trying to
ready? Left or right? I can move you. Left or right? The divide, here, I'll move you. Your divide is right here. This is the split. Right here. That's the split between you two.
What way am I facing? Am I facing?
They go towards the center. The two divides. There's a wall between, and it goes towards the center.
I'm gonna go right.
You're gonna go right. So down this way. All right.
Yeah.
When she walks through, she gets to here. You hear the walls move. You can still see her, and she walks all the way to the center. And the walls move, but you can't see them.
Okay.
As soon as you arrive, the walls move. I should state that, because you would have to move in, your spell would end, and then the walls would
end, and then the walls would move. Okay.
Smart though. There would not have been another way to do what you just did. But you did leave your sister outside.
Yeah, that's fair. I literally switched that spell right before we started stream out for something else.
So it is a pedestal with a key floating maybe an inch above the stone pedestal. It is a golden key with the 3 moons lined up on the head of the key.
Okay. I'm gonna just try first because I don't know if she can hear me through these walls now that they've moved.
You can hear her, it's just quieter.
Okay.
Like you're yelling through a house, is how I would explain it.
Salira.
Where did you go?
You can see her.
No, I'm fine. You just
I can see you.
Can't walk to me. But that's okay. Go back towards the door. I have this now, and I'll show her the key.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you grab the key?
Yes.
I'm asking you. This is a trial. Everything matters.
I feel like I have to. I would assume that this key opens the other door, because we could walk past the other door because it's on the outside of the ring. So if it was just get to the door, that would be stupid because that is not the point of having a maze. So I would assume that this key has to be off this pedestal in order for the door to open.
Now, I would like to remind you that you are the ones that said it's a maze, not me. I need you to make me a will saving throw as soon as you touch the key.
Interesting.
Interesting. Hey, Allie, I'm going to mute you for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll step away.
Just unplug so you can't hear. Just unplug your ears. You don't have to step away. You can stay on screen, Allie. You can stay on. You can stay on screen. Goofball. I'm gonna switch her out. We're gonna go back to our 2-cam screen. So you walk in and you pick the key up, and immediately you hear the sounds of battle, and that scene replays again. As it starts to replay, you are holding your weapon. What did you decide your weapon is?
It is a triad, so it is a trident.
You did trident. You did do the trident. Okay.
Yeah.
The trident, the head is broken off, and the 3 prongs at the end are through the neck, chest, and stomach of Ispen Greenshield. This was not in your dream originally. You were holding your weapon when you were watching, but you don't remember it being broken. It's like the dream is finally finishing.
That the figure that is supposed to be on the ground, that like there's a light, like if I can in this dream, or this whatever is happening right now, I want a moment in time so I can grab whatever that light thing is, because every time I've tried, time has passed too fast for me to get to it.
Do you have the ability to cast that spell again?
It's a cantrip. I can cast it whenever I want.
If you would like to cast it again, you can try to grab it. I actually need you to make me a dexterity ability check to grab it quick enough. Or if you have something like, I don't know, if you have any bonuses to initiative, I maybe allow that. But otherwise...
I have a +3 to my initiative.
Otherwise, I can't think of a skill that I would... It's sleight of hand. If you are proficient in sleight of hand.
That's the same thing. It's still a +3.
Okay, give me a roll.
I don't have anything better than that. It's a 19.
19. When you reach down and grab it and pull it back, you are holding the heart of Ispen Greenshield. The dream shatters, similar to the look of the tortoise shield of your god. As Ispen's dead body is there, and as you come back into the room, Ispen is laying in the center of the room, over top of the stone. And your sister is going to see this. Hey, Allie, you're good now.
Oh, no.
Let me switch our people back here. As you see your sister stop in the middle. Oh, I did Hagen. That's the wrong person. I got to get used to all the buttons. As you see your sister in the middle, there is a moment, like you come out of it, and Ispen is laying draped over the center piece, and your sister is holding some bleeding object in her hand, and she has her trident out, and the top of it is coated in blood.
No. Okay. I'm gonna charge the route that I saw her go.
It is a wall. Can't even get in. It is a wall. Yep.
Can I go the other way?
It is a wall.
It is all a wall.
Well, those 2 positions that were originally there are walls now.
Neat. Cool.
Give me an Arcana check.
Is that just for her? Is that both?
Just for her. I think you're in shock right now.
Yeah, 23.
23.
I'm not doing well out
Whatever
here.
this is invisible. You're guessing if you were to like detect magic or maybe have seen visibility, you probably could bypass this.
That would be really helpful to have now, wouldn't it?
Sure fucking would. Welcome to the Mage Trials, where it proves that evocation isn't the only solution.
Yeah.
Neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold out my hand and feel this solid thing in front of me, and I'm going to actually cast Sacred Flame, and instead of having a general target, I'm going to cast it down next to me and look for the shadows.
Oh,
was
so you're going to
packed.
ignite the wall, do this. Okay, I will say with that said, the entrance in front of you opens. Do you want to take the left or the right path?
Right.
All right, same way she went. You can move all the way up to her.
Okay, I do that.
Everyone is literally just standing there, and you maybe once in your life have seen her truly shocked by what's in front of her, and she has no clue what's happening right now.
Everin, it's not real.
Okay, you say that. Please give me a wisdom save, please. Just
yes.
you.
Her.
With saying that, I also though would like to use the Acumen cantrip.
Sure, what's that do?
I reach out, I touch Everett on the shoulder, and so I touch a willing creature. Once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d6 and add the result to a wisdom check.
Okay.
They can roll the die before or after making the check.
Okay.
I
And now
don't
my
think
wisdom
I'll need it, but I will.
Oh,
How
you're
long does
rolling
that
with
spell last?
disadvantage if you're
Oh, okay.
when
Then
we
maybe
get to
I
you.
will. Never mind. Because I rolled my first one. I'll go ahead and roll my second one anyway. Just
Well,
won't say
that's a
anything about
bad
it.
time. Okay. So, sister, there seems to be a gain +2 to a roll. I might need to use that. Would that be okay with you?
More than 5
There's
with me,
also
go for
the
it.
DL change DC by 1, up or down.
We do like that.
We don't
as
know what the
well.
DC is though.
For this
don't.
one,
Could be.
I
You
will
don't.
tell you right now, I will most likely need.
Is it that bad of a roll?
It's a pretty bad roll. Granted, I'm used to Pathfinder.
If
so
you
that
would
is
like
gonna
to,
be-
well, so DC's, it's for a reminder, because we haven't played a lot of 5e recently. To give you an idea of DC's, they are pretty static in 5e. Trivial is 5, easy is 10, moderate is 15, hard is 20, very hard is 25, nearly impossible is 30. I do play with DC's in between to give a little more of a gradient for what's going on. Todd says, call Grax support. My answer is, there's no Grax here. He's in another dimension.
I liked
Yeah.
who predicted the Frankhouse dilemma at the 1 hour mark. You win.
Mm-hmm.
Not me.
Don't worry, there's
and
more.
this would not be considered
We're
social.
technically not even
We've
at the 1
got
hour
at
mark
least
yet.
3 change DCs I'm seeing. Can those stack?
Can what? No, you can only use one card at a time. One card type at a
Okay.
time. So you could use your +2 and one of the DC cards. You can't use like, I'm using all 5 DC cards. You can't do that.
If you
I'm-
think a D4 would help, I'm just saying that we have a lot of the
Can't. Can't add them to D20 rolls.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's fair.
Oh yeah. I tested this thoroughly in the background with not one, but 5 other game designers.
Oh, gracious. Okay.
Remember when you asked me to help you design this game, and then you were like actually just playing it instead?
Mm-hmm. Now you know why I was saying I got a lot of design work.
Yeah. And I also
Yep.
know why you said I won't let you do both.
Yes. So, Allie, I'm back to
gonna
you.
have
What would you like to do?
I'm actually not. I'm gonna have to use. I'm gonna use both. I'm gonna try to use both.
Okay, so click them and let me know who you're using.
Oh, we hate this here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Viking Mermaid, thank you for the gain +2 to a roll, and let's go and snag. Bear the Crusader played a change DC by 1, so
Okay.
we're gonna complete that as well. That brings me up to a 10.
Is that with both of your rolls with the spell? Wow. Didn't your spell give you another die, didn't you say?
No,
gives
that
me
will only
another
help.
Man,
Yeah.
you know, that's really bad. So I'm going to ask you the question I've been waiting to ask in 2 episodes so far. Would you like an inspiration for damage?
For 2d6 damage, right?
You take 2d6 damage. The other option is if you have a bond, ideal, or flaw that can tie to the scene, there's a chance I will give you inspiration. If you don't, you can always just use that card and I will roll 2d6 for you. Actually, I'll let the audience roll the 2d6.
I have a question.
Ask away.
Can I use my bond to give her inspiration?
Fuck no.
I tried.
What are you,
You
the
can't.
freaking G.I. Joe twins?
Maybe.
No.
No.
For all my old people in the audience, you know what I mean.
Look, you can't.
I can say no. I
knock
did.
the
It was
hustle.
very easy. I
No,
just did it.
You can say no, but you can't knock the hustle.
I won't knock the hustle. You are correct. That was a Drew level of hustle rule bending breakage that he tries to do every time.
And I think Drew would be very proud of me in this moment.
He'd be something. He'd be something.
So Eric, I would
He'd be
like to
"Why
play
do you
into my.
think you can get away with it?"
You want to play into
I'd
what?
like to play into my bond, which is just throughout the trial in general. My bond is the darkness lives within me, and I will do everything possible to keep it imprisoned there. So throughout the entirety of not only, making sure that their pursuers did not gain lethal damage from myself, but all of that moving forward, she's finally just going to drop a little
What's
bit.
the darkness? Is it the fact that your sister's holding the heart of Ispin Grinshield and that hearts give Vitalic sorcerers extra power? So, there is a part of the Vitalic Sorcerer that if you eat the heart of another person of power, there is a chance that you gain extra power. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's the darkness you're talking about that you're unaware of, but if you want to say it is, I'll let you have an inspiration. Or you can just use a card and take 2d6 damage.
Look. In this universe, is cannibalism that bad when we really think about it? Like,
And she already bleeds for fucking spells. I mean,
yeah.
it depends on. Remember, these are this whole trial. It's just a trial.
Yeah, she is going to look at the body and again just reiterate, it's not real! And she will grab the heart and take a bite out of it, seemingly to prove.
Yeah, okay. Can I first get a Constitution save from you?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
Can I want to roll this for myself. Damn it. Have you ever done this in front of me before?
I don't even think you need to roll. That's just a question.
Well, that's
No.
a question, but I'd like to make a roll.
No,
past that.
well, that's something different. Have you ever done this before
Yeah.
in front of her?
No.
Okay. And what is it you're wanting to roll for?
Okay, I want to roll insight as to if I truly believe that she thinks this isn't real, or if she just ate a heart out of my hand.
Yeah, I'm
For a
100%
different reason.
fine with that. Yeah, because it feels fucking real to you right now.
Yeah, I rolled a 17. How much do you believe that this is actually fake?
Me?
Yeah,
your
I
character,
rolled a
yeah.
17, so you either have to roll deception to fool me, or you just have to tell me.
50-50. So, Celira sees this trial and becoming one of the mages of high sorcery as kind of the only way to protect you as well, since you've been keeping her safe for so fucking long.
Aww,
So, sorry.
that's so adorable.
So basically, out of desperation, she's at the point where she's like, I don't know if this is real or not, but hey, worst case scenario is pretty bad either way, so might as well.
You're an awesome.
Cool. What's your con save?
I would like to use a DC decrease as I roll a 13.
Are you cool with that? Is that you're comfortable? Yeah. There's no other bonuses to
not
rolls or anything you
even-
want to spend. Whose cards are you
Not
using,
even a
by the
little
way?
bit.
Whose cards?
That is going to be I'm finding it.
I feel like I need to make a eating, like a heart that has got a bite out of it as a reaction for StreamLoots now.
Can it also be a t-shirt? Because I'd get that.
Depends. We'll see.
Okay, I just said that we had 2 of them, and now I can't find it.
You can search them.
I tried, and I don't see it.
DC, you said?
Yes.
Raise and lower DC. Serving Hands has got one that you can use.
Okay,
DK
beautiful.
played one 4 minutes ago.
I just played the very
Oh,
last
thank
one.
you.
And then, so you did one DC, and then did you find a bonus to rolls?
No, No, I'm not. I'm not going to be using a bonus to rolls.
Are you sure? Because there is a bonus to rolls from Bear if you want to use it.
Oh, yes, please.
All right, so that's +2. So now what's your total?
Now my total is 12.
Cool. You eat it. Immediately you see all of the visions of Ispin Greenshield. You see your sister stabbing him with a trident in the middle of a battle. In your hometown, last time he was there was a battle that happened. You were attacked in your hometown. It's part of the reason Ispin was there. Him and Becklin and Cudgel were there to help your family protect that area. You guys have been long-term friends with Greenshield. He's helped each of you over the years and training you and teaching you how to fight or use a shield or telling you tales of the world and educating you about the rest of Ansalon and Corinne. He is a man of tall tales, but they all hold large amounts of fundamental truth. And your sister did have her weapon repaired by Ispin. Specifically, the black trident head that is on it now. In this scene, it doesn't have a head on it. It is stuck in the body of Ispin Greenshield.
Okay. Solira, regardless, unless you tell me otherwise, she
Not this
completely.
song. I know this song. This is the wrong game.
You too.
That is old school.
Solira will have complete blind trust in her sister.
Wow, you are a better human being than I thought you were. Complete blind trust. All right,
Going
with
after
that
those
said,
white robes.
next to your hit points, wherever you would like to write, you now have, what is it for third level spells? How many hit points is it to cast? A D what?
I think it's a D8.
It's a D6. It's a
D6? You have an extra, on the side, just write D6, a free D6 for casting spells.
Okay.
Because you ate the heart of another human. Or a living person.
Okay. Oh no. Okay.
Next to that, please write disadvantage. And that's all I want you to write.
Like everything?
Not saying what it's for. It will come up. You let me know when you use that D6.
Oh no. Okay.
Cool?
Whew.
With that said, nothing fades. Nothing changes. The body is still there. The dripping from her hand, from the trident, the pedestal in the middle, nothing changes. There is a faint glow coming from the center of the chest of his Ispin Greenshield.
Solira's gonna reach in.
Wow, this girl is hardcore. When you reach in and feel about, you pull out a key made of bone attached to the spine of Ispin Greenshield. It has got the 3 moons on it, and the teeth are crescents. When you pull it, you see from the floor to the ceiling, again, like reality's peeling back as black flakes paint the walls as you are inside of the maze. And you were correct, it is a maze. So let me pull up the maze for you so you can actually see. I have been rotating the maze the entire time that you guys have been playing.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Well, I'm going to bring it to the map layer for you. So this is the maze. It's not supposed to do these things because I thought it was a boring prelude. I changed it. So as it is rotating, you both are in the center of this thing. The walls separate in the middle. The top stays hanging and the bottom sinks into the floor. And you can see the door on the 2 sides. The one you came in and another one. What do you want to do?
All right. So can we? Sorry to reiterate. We can.
You can walk
See
through anywhere you want. You can see the walls. They are all the way in the floor. Think of those like markings on the floor, and then hanging about 30 foot up is the rest of the walls where they divide it.
Okay.
What? Okay. Well, we have this key, and she kind of tugs on the key a little bit, and goes. So I guess next we just have to leave.
There's 2 doors.
That is the question. The one we came through, or the one that we didn't?
I mean, my natural inclination is to go to the one that we didn't enter through. It seems like it's more of an exit than the other one was an entrance, but that's just me. I mean,
The doors look
I don't
identical.
know.
So can we tell which one we came in and which one we didn't?
No, not just from glancing.
Cool. Okay, but can I, if I like think about this, I know what way I traveled because I didn't travel in a rush. I was following.
No, you
So
know
I
which
bas-
door you think
Yeah.
you came through. Yes, that's the one to the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Celira's gonna just head on back.
I'll move your character where you would like to be.
Yeah.
I will put
And
us
she's
back
going
on the
to be
map page for everybody.
Grabbing Everin as well, as she's kind of like tugging along, and she's like, "We don't have much time. We have to go. I don't particularly like it here anymore, but
I mean, I'll go with you. At this point, like, Everin knows that this is your trial. Like, she's here to help, obviously, but at the end of the day, this is yours.
So put yourself to whatever door you're going to. And I've left the map just like it is. I haven't changed anything just so that it's not trying to confuse you at all. You're going to the door that you think you have not went through. Okay. All right. So you get to the door. There is a keyhole in the door. Once you get near, the keyhole has like a panel that slides, and it looks like the key should fit. And it is dead center in the door, which is very. No one puts a keyhole at chest height in the door.
well, that's odd. But I mean, a trial is a trial.
Sure.
Also, don't forget, what was the scroll you saw earlier? Knock?
But, yep, the runes on the wall are knock.
So
Can I
just-
cast it from here?
No, you would have to be at it, but you could cast it if you wanted to like cast it at the door. You could try.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I'm going to say those words a lot. You can try.
You can try.
So I'll turn the key first.
Okay, you put the key in and turn it. Oh, actually, I shouldn't say it. You put the key in. Do you turn it?
No.
Okay, the key's
Yeah.
just in it then.
Yeah, sorry, I said the wrong word.
All right, so yeah, you turn it. As you do, the ceiling, all the rest of the labyrinth raises into the ceiling. It opens, and you can see the night's eye in the ceiling, and then the sky opens up, and this moon almost seems to like move down to the top of the tower, like it is filling the circle. And there is a white light on the northern left side, like your shield. There is a red one. And then there is a black void where you are currently standing with your sister. And I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. Keep saying will. Pathfinder, baby.
Okay.
Not your sister. She's fine.
Okay.
That's a 12.
Would you like to take damage for an inspiration?
How hurt does she look to me? Like,
Are you?
is
How
she
bad are you
extra-
bleeding from casting spells? For those who just joined the show, Allie or Celira, right? I'm saying that right? Celira is a Vitalic sorcerer. She literally uses her own blood as spell slots.
So, as you're looking at her right now with the spells that she's cast so far, you would see bruising. It looks like almost burns around her hands, right?
Mhm.
And then, other than that, at first glance, she looks completely fine until you kind of look down and you would notice that her feet are covered in small scores from her waft and flying ability earlier. That being said, she's somehow doing okay. She looks like she's like mildly inconvenienced.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to repeat myself. Do you need an inspiration? And do you want to take the damage then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I will tell you, that roll does not make the save.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, audience, exclamation point 2d6 for the damage to Celira here. And then give me your extra roll, since you got inspiration. Thanks for the follow there. Subscribe, Gage. Oh, that's Bear. Thanks, Bear.
That is much better. Okay, that is going to be a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. That is enough.
18
As the
on
blackness is over you, you can feel the coldness. You can hear the sound of voices. And I will also say, now that you've made your save, Everin can also hear the voices from the battlefield. Oh, I don't know why I did that. It should be 12. I don't know what the hell that is. That was ridiculous. That is the most amazing thing I've ever seen rolled.
2d6.
Yeah, it's 2d20. That rolled 2d20.
Yeah.
There is a 2d6 one, everybody. I don't know why you rolled that. Let me turn it on and off again for you. What would you two like to do?
Get out of here. Get on out of here.
Okay.
So she turns. The door does not open. She does see the moons and is now able to also hear the battlefield as well.
Correct.
I think that her grip on her sister is going to tighten again, and she's going to go. I don't like this. This is not. I don't like this one bit. I knew the trial would be difficult, but I didn't think it would be like this. And she's going to rush over to the runes over here.
Mm-hmm.
And she will cast knock on the door.
Which door? The one you are currently standing at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you go to cast knock on the door, can I get an Arcana check from you? Just as a... Nah, I fixed it. Try it again. I had to save it again. Sorry, everybody.
Ooh, that's a 22.
22. You are standing in the moon of the evil gods and opening the door to leave.
Celira, move. Go where you'd like to go, but don't stay here.
And there's no door where the red moon is. There's only one for the white and one for the black.
Celira, you know that you don't belong in the black. Just go to the white door.
And she's going to reach into her pocket again and hold on to this little iron box. She goes, but... Okay. And she's going to take the key out of the door.
Okay. Pull the key out. The moon stay in place.
And she will grab her sister and run across to the other door.
The one in the white.
Yes.
So as you move around, does your sister stay in the black?
I think I would.
You're staying at the other door.
If she would try to take me to the white, I think I would stop. Celira, this is something you have to do on your own. I'm afraid we both know who I work with, and they are.
And as she says that, your sister dissolves into shadow and disappears.
Everett? No. Wait, which sister?
Your sister. She dissolves. The one that was talking to you dissolves into shadow and disappears in the darkness. As soon as you cross the black border, you disappear. I would like to remind you that unless you wear black robes, you cannot see the black moon.
Can I still see it?
The evil gods exist in the black moon. The neutral and the red, the good and the white. And the three, basically there are three names for it. It's, if you want to know it, it's Solinari, which is the god of good magic. The red moon is Lunatari, the god of neutral magic. And the black moon is Nunatari, which is evil magics. And the gods exist in those. You all can see him up there, but when she walked out of the black moon's area, she can't see you anymore. Can't hear you, can't see you. You're standing in the red, walking towards the white. What would you like to do? Are you leaving your sister and going to the other
None
door?
of this is real. No, I go back to Everin.
Okay, you walk back into the black. As soon as you cross the threshold on the ground of the light pouring down, you can see your sister again.
I'm in magical darkness. You just can't see me. You have to go to the light.
No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where we stand. Can I roll an Arcana to see if I know if it matters where we stand?
Sarah, it does matter where you stand.
The magical nature of magic says that this is where Nuatari is the evil magic. The gods of evil and the evil magics of the world are hidden in the darkness of this moon.
Can I just, with her, like, take her hand and walk outside of the moon so she can still see me?
As soon as you try to cross the threshold, you vanish.
Okay, can I step back into the threshold?
You're fine. As soon as you come back, you are stuck in that black darkness of the moon.
Selira, it seems I can't leave. And we both know why I can't leave. It's just not exactly rocket science.
I'm not leaving you.
It's not leaving me. It is just going to the other door. You'll still see me on the other side. This room is not where I will be forever.
Don't forget to take your 12 hit points of damage, by the way.
Really? They rolled 2 6s on 2d6s?
Yeah, that final roll when we fixed it was 6s, yeah.
How bad are you?
Not great.
Why are you so salty, girl?
Before you leave the circle, I can heal you.
Can you now?
Why can't I heal her?
So for those who are new to Dragonlance, gods have, according to the people of Ansalon and Corinne, abandoned the world after the cataclysm. It's been over 350 years. There has been no sign of gods or healing magic in the world anywhere. So much so that when people sprout up in the wild and say that they can heal people, there are groups that go after them. The Knights of Solamnia, the different orders from the High Sorcery, to just rich or evil or good people that try to seek healing out in the world. And right now, I want to point out that her sister is saying that she can heal her. Just to bring all of the audience on the same page.
I haven't said that in character. I have said that out of character. The voice was mine.
We're in the trial. You just said it.
But I didn't say it in character voice, did I? I said it in my voice.
That was pretty much in your character voice, I'm pretty sure.
Fine.
Oh, do you want to heal her or
What
not?
Frankhouse dilemma count at right now?
Right now, we're at 5 Frankhouse dilemmas.
Great.
I should make a tally for that. I should make a button for
You
tallies.
really should.
Oh my
It's a
God.
encounter that happens on stream.
I can make that happen. Let me write that down.
Also, I think we both deserve one of the Frankhouse Dilemma shirts at this point.
They're for sale in the store.
They are for sale. Don't worry, I've got one in a
So,
cart.
as the damage starts to hit Selira, she kind of slumps against the wall and the door. And is going to reach into her bag and pull out a random potion from serving hands.
Okay.
Potions.
All right, we can do that. Let me pull up the chart. I need a D100 from the audience, please. I have 3 random potion generators. So once we get that 1D100 in chat, I am ready. Exclamation point 1D100 for those who are wanting to know how you do it.
It's not necessarily going to be healing. It's not going to be healing. There's
Thank
100
you.
options.
Yeah, there's 100 options.
F in the chat for Everin's future. Thank you.
You got to put 1D100. 1D100. There you go. There we go. 23.
23.
All right, you pull out a potion. It is... the bottle is soft, almost like a wineskin when you pull it out. It is covered in like a fur with a bone stopper in the top.
I don't know that I trust that, but...
Please write that down.
Yeah.
And
no,
mark
I don't-
mark off that potion.
Done and done. Okay, cool. Bone Stopper.
Oh, it's not very
Furry Potion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that's not going to do well for healing.
No.
I misunderstood the assignment.
Oh,
Hey, it's
question.
very stressful in here right now.
What are these What are the cards that specifically say Alabrin on? Because there's one that's divine,
You don't know. You haven't used
What?
one yet.
but you said we could ask questions.
I said you could ask questions of the woman that you forgot to ask her name of, so you can't ask her. Oh, you were asking for the card yourself. It does something for
Yes.
your. It does something for your lineage.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Was like, what the purpose of that card?
Gotcha. Well, you should probably explain. You two, we've never done this on the show. We have lineages in the show. You should explain at least mechanically what your lineage allows you to do.
So we are both of the Alabrin lineage. For us, that means that we are essentially like powerful magic people, especially on the side of believing in gods, because most people think the gods abandoned everybody, and people in our lineage are like, no, they didn't. It's totally fine.
There's
so-
actual clerics in like that lineage.
Yeah.
Like they know that is not
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, so like our family knows for a fact, like there are still gods. It's more that you all decided that you didn't believe in them anymore and you walked away.
Mhm.
So because we can do that, we each per long rest can use Twin Spell for free. And we can use recovery die for like up spell casting, essentially.
So when you use that, it allows you to use one free recovery die for your spell casting.
Okay.
But you can also use it to add an extra die of damage.
Okay.
Hence your god that you worship and everything that is involved.
Well, you know.
And that doesn't matter what the spell it is. Whatever the spell is that you cast, if it's damage oriented, you just add another one.
Okay. How bad do you look? Like, do I truly believe that you're
Make a
gonna
medicine
die if you
check
take 5
or make a
more
heal
steps?
check.
That's fair. I can make medicine. I do really
You're
well
good at that.
medicine. That's a dirty 20.
How messed up are you? Are you under half?
I have 3 hit points.
She's almost dead.
Yeah, okay, cool. Caution of the wind. I've been hunted my whole life. Nothing about this room is going to make me stop doing what I've been doing for 60 years at this point.
You casting healing?
Yeah.
Cool. I counter spell.
Cool. That's great. Who is counterspelling me in this room? The room is empty.
The black moon lights up. You lose 1 piety.
Okay. Samira, listen to me very closely. Please just go to the white door. Please. I need you to go to the white door. I'm still here. You just can't see me. I promise.
If she steps to the black, she can see you. She can hold your hand.
No, I'm telling
You
her
can
to leave the
hug
black.
her. You can leave out that door together.
I am telling her to leave the black. You cannot go through this door with me. I love you so much. So much. You cannot step through this black door. I am behind you all the way. You just cannot see me. I am always at your back, and you know it. But please, please do not fall into fates like mine. Please, to the white door. You have to.
Celira is going to go back to the runes.
Which ones? Please move yourself.
Right there. The knock
Okay.
runes.
All right. So you are
Over here.
currently in the very edge of the white moon.
Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Everin's over here. Cool.
Mhm.
So I head out over here to the runes, and I will cast knock on the black moon door.
Okay. When you use the spell, there is a large thud as the door peels away, very similar to when that red wizard was walking. The red robe wizard was walking in and out, and it peels away. Your sister can see into the other room, and it looks like exactly like the area that you started in.
Celira is going to cross back to Everin, and she's just going to look at her with again, you start to see blood like pooling in the corners of her eyes and trickling down from her ears, and she's going to reach out and grab Everin's hand and just say, "Robes can change." And
I
we'll
am
walk
planted.
out the door.
You are not moving me. We are staying in this room. Absolutely not. I am not letting you walk through that door. You try to drag me, I'm pulling you back. No, ma'am. You're going through the white door.
I don't think that's an option at this point.
You don't know that it's not.
Now, I would like to point out, the chat did say you do have a deific healing card.
And that basically just says that I can heal her no matter what?
No, she can spend the card, believing in the deities that are there. There is a green deific healing, and you heal 100 hit points.
Listen to me. You know that there are other gods besides that one.
Do you wear a
I don't.
holy symbol? That's a very good question.
I think that it is not a like outwardly holy symbol. Like it would be hard to recognize because my god is a like one of just like vaguer things like water. So I just have a vial on me of her ocean water.
Okay.
So it doesn't outwardly to everybody look like.
Does it have like pieces of like the tortoise shell in it?
Yeah, in like in the bottom you can see little pieces of it in
Okay.
water.
Makes sense. A broken holy symbol. Imagine that. So, Allie, you could use deific healing. Would you like to use the deific healing card? Standing where you are?
You know there are gods besides mine. You do not have to walk through the store. There is a white door for a reason. I want better things for you, please.
Robes can change. It's not a forever sort of thing.
Okay,
But I'm-
but you can change your robes now. It's just because you opened a door does not mean it's over. The end of the trial is when Ravina says that there is an end of the trial.
How
you remembered
does
her.
the-
You remembered her name.
Mhm.
Would you? Are
And
you asking
how-
for her?
No, I am not asking for her. I am just
Okay.
like, but I do know her name.
You do.
So
Why is all that white now?
I'm putting the moons here
About-
for her.
Oh, okay.
how much time does it seem like we have left?
Are you looking at the moons?
Yes.
Okay, I'll separate them on screen for you. You're guessing, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. It does not feel like you've been in here for hours.
How long does it take to cast something from a scroll? Is it instantaneous?
It's the same as a spell, 6 seconds. It's an action.
Okay.
I mean,
Celira is going to begrudgingly head over to the other set of runes to cast it on the other door.
okay. The other door opens. You would be in the section of white. We get you a red one there as well. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Are you going to go out that other door?
It opens as well. Does it look like the same thing?
Same, exactly what you see on screen. Identical to what you see on screen. I'll get
Okay.
you your reds here. Shrink it down.
Oh, ignore
Okay.
that.
I'm in the wrong account.
Your what?
Okay.
Sorry, my YouTube account. Don't pay attention to me.
Oh. What do you want to do, Allie?
Celira is convinced that this is still part of the test, and that the moons that she's seeing right now do not, in fact, necessarily have to do with the road.
There
that
is
she will be
no
given.
ceiling in here right now. It opened up and the moons seem to be like on top of you. Would you like to make me? Do you have any form of kits for crafting?
No.
I do.
Well, she's not standing in the black moon, so she can't even talk to you right now. So
I mean, I think it's been made very clear that Everin is not going to let her walk through the other door,
sure.
and she is. If
She's being very stubborn. If that's what you're
If-
saying.
if there is one thing that is like, it takes hierarchy to Celira wanting to be by Everin's side and not leave her, it's going to be like she also feels like she absolutely has to she has pure loyalty to her sister. So
Okay. I don't know what
She's
that
gonna
means
walk
for
through
this
the other door.
moment, but that's your decision.
I think in this moment, even though we like had the moment where Everin won't let you go through that door, at the end of the day, Everin knows that this is your decision, and this entire time has acted in the way that this is your decision. And I think Everin is not necessarily scared, but is worried that you will fall into a similar fate of what she has if you go through the Black Moon door. So, but at the end of the day, you know that Everin would let you make your own decision.
okay. If that's the case, yeah, then it's gonna be the Black Moon door.
Okay. Well, please put yourself back over at the other door. I will move this lovely piece here. The Eye of the Moon, the Night's Eye. As you walk into the black with her, into the door, it gets dark. It gets dark, and it is not a very comfortable area to be in. It is cold. I will say to your sister, this probably feels pretty normal. In her dreams, she's probably seen the Black Moon before.
And she meditates sort of like this is what she sees, because she doesn't technically sleep at night, but like when she is
I forgot you don't.
in trance. I do not sleep.
Oh, the elves of good old Kryn. So it's dark, and when you look down, because I'm assuming you did not use the 100 hit point heal.
Oh, I did, yes.
You did,
Sorry.
okay. It's dark, and when you walk out of the room, are you holding hands? Are you touching each other? Are you one at a time going through? How are you handling this?
Celira would want to be holding hands.
Yeah,
Celira
I
is
would hold
a
your hand.
child.
No,
Okay.
the minute you came back into the circle and I had sort of realized like she has made her choice and I am not changing her mind,
Okay.
I would have grabbed your hand before you walked out the door.
Okay. When you walk through, on the other side of the room, sure enough, the wizard is standing outside as soon as you cross the threshold. She says, well, it looks like you have finished your choices for the trial. I hope you are happy with your choices. I have a lot of questions, but they'll have to wait for another time. A few things that I am supposed to give you upon finishing the trial. And she walks over to the black tapestry on the wall, and she touches it, and she peels a black robe out of the tapestry, and she shakes it once, twice, and when she holds it up to you and snaps it, it fits to the size you are. And she wraps it around you and clasps it with a black moon clasp that only you two can see.
Celira just looks visibly uncomfortable.
Within a few moments, your sister cannot see the black moon as the magic sets in on the robe. Your clasp just looks like two hooks holding it together. She goes, you passed. Not expecting what I saw today.
But there wasn't a red door.
Of course there was. Illusions. Red, the ways of magic are based in trickery and illusion. You simply didn't peer hard enough. There's always a way out, even if you can't see it.
But
Your heart chose.
And
Literally.
she reaches back into her pocket to touch the box, and
What is the box exactly? What's it look like? Do we ever see it on camera?
you've seen it once at the beginning. It is just a very small iron box with a just a small clasp on it, the kind that you would kind of touch and move back before it pops open, but she has not opened it at all.
When you reach in to touch it, nick yourself on the box. Take 1 hit point of damage. It has never been sharp. It has never cut you before. I have a few other things for you and your sister for doing the trial. And as she does that, you can see the tower behind you start to fade away. And the moons are separating in the night sky. Is there something you wish to say, Ms. Blackmire? Nothing? It's nice to see when a black robe is happy with their choices. She looks to your sister and goes, anything you wish to say? You were a part of the trial. You are able to ask questions, and if you wish to speak your mind, I will answer the best I'm allowed.
I honor my sister's decisions, and I hold Slira's hand. Robes can change, and no matter what she would like is what I want for her.
What I believe is very simple, and you can take this with you as you leave. There's only one of you that should be standing in the moon, Unitari, and it is not you, Everett.
Thank you, I suppose.
There is a flicker of your deity's face over the top of the woman in red robes.
I understand that sometimes I make the wrong rash decisions, but I stand by exactly who I serve and believe in, and that is all that matters. I can prove that any day.
Well then, I should produce the things that you need. And she walks away, leaving you both in the room by yourselves. The music that you hear right now is quietly playing in the background. As she walks out the door to the outside, light is coming in from the outdoors, simply moonlight. On the floor, there are a few spots that are lit. One of them covers the feet of Moxie's character. The other one covers the feet of Allie's character. The light from the one window is black, and it coats the boots as drops of blood leave the prick on Solera's finger, as your blood is the color of ink. As it is slowly dropping and hitting the ground. Everin, the light that comes in is this wash of black and red and white, but it is dispersed and fragmented and broken. When the woman comes back in, the mage, she is got something wrapped in leather, and sitting on top of it, a second object sitting in leather. Now, with this said, I will remind you that there is a lineage card in here for Adam's character, for Easton, that it allows you to roll twice on a treasure table. And either show can spend those, because wealth is abundant in this show. So if you do not like the item that is randomly rolled for one of these, you can use one of his cards to re-roll. The first one she pulls out and she hands it to Solera. As a mage of high sorcery and training, you are going to need the appropriate things. While you may cast with your blood, you do need to record how and why things that you do work and don't work. Without that, it'll be pure chaos, and you missed the light on that one. I recommend recording your emotions and your state of being, and the blood that you lose as you cast your spells, and the hearts that you eat, and what they give you. If you think the taste of blood is something that will only be once for you, the moon says otherwise.
It was an illusion, though. It wasn't real. It was.
She hands you the book, and while you're holding the book, she puts her hand and rubs it across your cheek. As it pulls your lip back, you have longer fangs than you did before. The moon knows. For you, darling. And she grabs the other object and hands it to Everin. Let's just say that deific blessings upon you. I hope that you do not anger your god too much. With them coming back to the world, we need all of the clergy that we can get. As a wizard of high sorcery, we look to you numerous times to fix the faults and the wounds that we cause in the world, even if sometimes it means we need to break what we just made.
Do not worry. My purpose in this world is to break things. Building them back up is other people's jobs.
Well, excellent. I leave you two to yourselves. Feel free to use the camp outside. You shall be safe for the evening. And she walks back into the tower as everything fades out of existence, except for the single door that would have been used to exit this room. It is night out. It is dark. There is no moonlight.
I assume that I should probably unwrap what was just handed to me, yeah?
I don't know. Do you want to do that in front of your sister? Or what you believe to be your sister?
Yes.
Okay. You can roll me percentiles.
48.
All right.
Also, Allie, just so you know, there are 2 of those treasure hunter cards, and I don't feel bad about taking them away from other people. So if you don't like what you find...
Okay. Let me pull up my table. You feel free to talk between you while I am getting this ready to go.
I think as I am unwrapping things, I'm not looking down at what I'm unwrapping, I'm looking at you. What she said, it is not true. You and I both know that I was fated for this life, and I may have made someone a bit angry and trying to heal you, but that is okay, because I can earn the trust back, thankfully. Impulsivity sort of my thing, and she isn't one for rational thoughts. But it is fine. Robes can change. Robes can change.
It's my fault.
No, look, hi, hey, up, to look at me. This is not your fault. You said it yourself, it's not real. I did not kill Ispen.
I thought that if I left with you, then I would pass the test because I wouldn't be leaving you behind. I didn't think that was actually going to. I'll study very hard.
Robes can change, okay? And just because I practice certain things, it does not mean you have to as
well. I'll study hard, and I will make you and Ispen and everyone proud again.
I am always proud of you. Never for 1 second have I not been.
And as Everin says that, Celira kind of like smiles a little bit, but as her lip curls up, her hand raises up to her mouth, and she runs her thumb over her incisor.
It is there. It is sharp. It is not as long as it felt earlier.
Okay.
But it is 100% real.
You are fine. We are fine.
Yes.
And after this, we are going to go to the funeral that we were attending anyway, because I did not kill Ispen.
I feel like you're trying to convince yourself. That's what it sounds like to me.
I think half of it is her trying to convince herself, and not in the way of like like she knows that in that room she did not kill Ispen.
Okay.
She also knows that her.
Hey, Allie, can
Her
you pull your
purpose in
earpieces
this
out for
world.
me?
Oh, okay.
What are you giving me now?
I'm going to give you the choice right now. Did you kill Ispen? I will give you level 4 if you did.
Yes, I killed Ispen Greenship.
All right, excellent. That's all I want to know.
Wait, before she puts it back on, I would like to give context to this. For
Nope,
you and
I don't want
both
context
like-
for the audience.
No!
Nope, there's no context. Nope.
If you're a part of another cast and you're in this chat, no, you're not.
Well, that's not
What?
true. Remember, they can use retinue for spies.
And that's fun. If they have a remnant here, cool. But if you
Okay.
don't, then you don't know that.
Excellent. So the fangs are real. You pull it out. The book is real. And as you unwrap yours, inside there is a small stained glass tortoise shell. Would you like to identify it? And do you guys go through the door? Do the both of you go through the door? Or do you just walk around it? Because the mage said there is a campsite that is safe.
I think that we would probably go through the door.
I mean, I would think the natural inclination would be to go through the door.
Doors are made for.
Going
Doors are made
throughs?
for walking.
Doors are made for going throughs. The famous words of two adventurers. The last things ever said as the trap goes off.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding.
Murdered, both of us, right here where we stand.
So as you go through the door, it opens up into this black space. As you cross through again, very similar feeling to the tower. You're inside of a semi-broken down, what you believe to be room. But there is nothing but stars that surround the entirety of this room. And I mean floor to ceiling. All the way around it. I need both of you to make me a will saving throw, followed by Arcana checks for knowledge. As we wrap up our evening, and we will do our magical items off air so you can bring them to our first show.
It was will and what?
Wisdom save. I keep
Wisdom.
saying will.
I know what you mean.
Wisdom save, and then Arcana check.
I might take some damage for inspo.
Hey, you do what you want to do. I will not tell you no.
Yeah, I need to. I think I don't have an alternative option right now.
I'm trying to decide if failing is fun, because I definitely failed. So do I also think inspiration?
That's up to you.
I mean,
I just
I've
know
not
that
been
one
hit
is
the
not going to be a
whole.
good time.
I've not hit the whole episode, and we're getting ready to camp, which means that.
Well, you're in a room. The
meditate.
door shuts behind you, and there's no door in this room. It's like missing a wall.
I'll take the damage. I think this is one I should at least try to save on. If I don't, I don't. But
Okay, so you're gonna spend inspiration. Whose inspiration you using?
where did it go? Serving hands.
All right, go ahead and roll. Audience, please roll me 2d6. That's the damage you'll take. And then is Solera also using an inspiration? Is there one left?
Absolutely. I'm going to use one from Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thankfully, we had a lot to play with tonight, so thanks.
Yeah, I
y'all.
know.
We needed it.
Give me another roll. So give me another 2d6 from the audience. So we need 2d6 for both of them. Exclamation point 2d6. That'll be the damage they take for an inspiration. What do you get with your inspiration rolls?
17.
That's much better. I also got a 7.
Is this on your saves?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. So 9 to Everin. So you don't believe you are on Corinne anymore. In your studies, you've heard of other places, pocket dimensions that exist, but they are very far and few between, and only deific magic or way powerful sorcerers or mages of high sorcery can create dimensions within a dimension. And you did just leave what is said to be the very first red robe wizard. In the center of the room, there is a tiny piece of a wall, like almost a diorama-sized wall, in the very center of the room on the table. There's 2 beds in here. There are windows out into this void of stars. What did you get for your Arcana checks?
10.
I got a 15.
A 10 and a 15. Are you happy with those? Would you like to add any cards to them?
Not happy with mine, but if you got a 15, then I'm
gonna see if there's anything to bump mine up just a bit, because I feel like this could be a very important piece of information to have. I don't know what the DC is, so I can't do that one.
I'll tell you if you're ever within 1.
Okay, so I'm not in 1.
No.
Okay.
Because you got to think this is a very difficult check to make because it is outside the normal scope of magic.
Is the highest card I'm gonna find a +2?
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus
Okay,
2
well,
to a roll and a DC change. Raise or lower DC by 1. Those are the 2 highest things you're going to find. Anything outside of a 2 gets so close to advantage that I'm not going to add it in. It's going to be a determined thing, like you automatically make it, things like that. There is a card called the Knowledge of Palanthus. I don't know if that card's been played yet, but that lets you make a 20 on a knowledge check, as long as you are trained or proficient in that skill.
And I am.
But I don't know if the Knowledge of Palanthus card has been played at all yet.
I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So,
I was trying to...
it's a rare.
Yeah, that's a purple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, it's not been played.
All right. Well then, are you happy with the rolls? If not, are you spending anything into it?
There's a +2, and I'll
Take
take
it.
that.
Whose was it?
Do a +2. I gotta find it again.
You just can't use the same card for the same action.
So I can do a +2 and a
Raise lower.
reduce.
Yep.
Okay. I'll do that.
So you're gonna reduce the DC by 1. Okay. So what's your total?
Yeah, so DC by 1,
Mhm.
and then rolling a +2. So I'm at a 17.
And what are you gonna do, Solera? Are you spending anything, or are you just riding out your roll?
Nope, I've just got a bad roll, and there's not much I can do.
Well, I can tell you 17 is what you need for the roll. Yeah. You are in the plane. It feels so bad. You are stuck in a pocket dimension inside of the astral plane, in the star-filled sea, where there is no daylight.
Okay. Bit of unfortunate information. We are not there anymore.
I mean, I know we're not there. It closed up and we walked through the door and now we're here.
No, like the wrong plane.
Okay, but we just oh.
There's no door.
Yes. Welcome to dealing with gods. It's tricky business. Did you pull out the turtle?
That's
Like,
yours.
have I seen
The
the
one you
turtle?
unwrapped
Oh,
is
that
the
was
shit.
mine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my turtle.
Yeah.
Okay, I like my turtle.
That's why I said you can re-roll. The other one is this book, and if you're going to open up and look at it, I will explain what it looks like. If that is something you want to do here to camp.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you open it up, on the front of it, there are 3 moons, just like you would expect, right? When you grab the book, the whole book turns ash black, and there is a black void in the center of it, and you see a reflection of your true self in it. What does a vampire look like to Solera?
There's so much happening.
I'm sorry. 404.
Anything, anywhere in any version of vampirism that you can think of. What does it look like?
I think that when she looks in, she sees a childlike version of herself with larger features, larger forehead, and the eyes are completely sunken in. Large canines have been extended outwards, and her ears, while they're still kind of pointed, are now looking a little bit more like a vampire bat.
Now I'm gonna add only
distorted.
one thing to this. Whenever you're done,
Okay.
I'm gonna add one thing. Your face has a sunk-in, scarred line of a circle with black face paint. It is like a permanent tattoo that anyone can see.
So, like, on her actual face or on the face in the book?
In the mirror, on the book.
Okay, so if I'm looking at her, I can't see it, but if I'm looking at her in the book,
You can see
I
the
can.
fangs when she smiles, but they're very small, like sharper versions of her canines. But you don't see any other stuff. She looks like her.
Okay.
She is still dripping black ink out of the wound on her hand.
Okay.
So I have only 2 questions before we wrap up for the evening. 1, do you camp here or try to find a way out? That's my first question. 2, if you do camp here, are you going to identify the objects? We will do that off screen so you can bring it into the main thing. Or do you want to use one of Easted's rolls to re-roll any magical item that is here? The magical items, I will tell you, obviously the book she is holding. The stained glass tortoise shell, and it's like a full tortoise shell. And then the diorama of a broken wall on the table. Obviously, the room area that you're in is magical. I would recommend not changing that unless you think you can survive in astral space.
I think we will leave that just as is.
Okay. Any of the other ones do you want to change after what has been described before identifying? Because you have to do it before you identify.
I'm good with the book. The diorama of the broken wall. I'm interested in it. But I'll defer to my older sister. I'm okay with keeping it. I feel like there could be something there.
You just rolled this on a table. Yeah? What you gave to me? Like, this was not... I'm keeping it.
Okay.
Even if this was a pure chance, the fact that it is a turtle shell is the universe telling me I need to keep it.
Okay.
I'm keeping it.
All right. Well, with that said, I will close this out for the evening with a little calm before the storm. As you both sit in this space with the stars being the only light in the room, unless you light a torch or something, no door out of here and one wall just totally missing. You would step out into astral space. Lights flicker on around the room in these sconces, and they are all black torchlight. They do shed light, but the fires are black. That evening, when you rest, the same dream happens again, but this time to the 2 of you. For the rest of the campaign, until something is changed, you share hit points. And that is the end of our show for the evening. Allie, what do you have going on this week? Any new shows? Anything like that? Yo, you said twins.
We said half sisters.
Uh-huh.
We are half sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm half sister, half bat, apparently.
Short and sweet.
Yes.
What you got going on? And then Moxie, you'll
Hey,
be up
guys.
as well.
Allie Capwn here. I'm doing something tomorrow, but I'm going to let Moxie tell you about that one. Then on Thursday, you can find me over on Ladies of D&D/FemGamer Party. We are currently rebranding with Home Brewery, where we are going to be talking about the OGL.
I'm definitely down.
Systems, and creating game systems from scratch, as well as open games that are compatible for numerous settings, and just kind of like what to do. Then on Sunday, I'm back with Outsiders in Ambrica. I will be a big himbo paladin. I will be also on the Femme Gamer Party channel. And starting next week, we are debuting season 2 of Lake of Lasers and
That's
Glitches,
awesome!
retro wave stream over on that same channel. Very excited about it. Come join us for some 80s cliche shenanigans.
Awesome. Moxie, what do you got going on this week?
So tomorrow I am GMing a game of the Vanishing Lands. Our campaign is called Carbadium, and it's like a Disney cartoon adventure sort of thing.
So not
Alex plays
this.
With me. No, it is very much not this. If you need some lightheartedness in your life, might I recommend coming to watch the people that I've drawn as cartoon animals. Adam is also on that show. That was on the Prelude last night. Actually, I'm off next week. Next week is Homebrews and Homebodies Dark Night, but I do also GM a game of Kids on Bike 2nd Edition over there that's called Into the Dark Room.
Awesome.
The VODs are up for that if you want to watch. And then I obviously will be on this. And then I am also on the premiere of Lake because I am a permanent cast member over there. I play Henley. So that's my next couple.
How incestually Game of Thrones of us to have all the same cast and everything. So with that said, wave bye, ladies, because we're gonna go to our little bit of after thing here. Yeah. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the second prelude for our Dragonlance campaign. This is the last one for this week. We will be off tomorrow, but I will be back on Friday to design a retinue with all of you. If you enjoy what you see here, click the bell. Make sure that you put all on so that we go live, you can get it, because otherwise you won't know when we're live. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the Stream Loot cards that were purchased tonight, the subs that were gifted out. If you want to watch more of the stuff that we have like this on the channel, click here. There'll be a box, I'm sure, afterwards, or whatever the hell goes here. And then, of course, we'll see you over in our Discord, everybody. Thank you so much, and remember, next time we'll be here, we're going to turn it up to 11. Good night, everybody.